Life is not defined by everything you do. It is defined by the few decisions that carry the weight of years. Most people underestimate how one choice made in a single moment can rewrite the next 5 years of their lives. You are standing at a crossroad every single day, whether you realize it or not. The choice to stay the same or to change. The choice to settle or to strive. The choice to let life happen to you or to step up and make life bend to your will. One decision could be the line between mediocrity and greatness, between regret and fulfillment, between a wasted half-decade and the proudest 5 years of your life. And the truth is, you already know what that decision is. Deep down, you know the thing you've been putting off, the action you've avoided, the dream you've buried. And the question that matters most is this: will you finally choose it? 5 years will pass anyway. The next 5 years are coming, whether you prepare for them or not. 5 years from now, you will arrive somewhere. The only question is where. Too many people live as if they have infinite time, but time is the one thing that cannot be bought back once it's spent. Imagine yourself 5 years from today. Will you be standing proud, knowing you made the hard decisions, the bold choices, the disciplined sacrifices? Or will you be the same person you are today, only older, only more tired, only carrying the regret that you wasted 5 years waiting for the perfect time that never came? Time is going to pass regardless. But what you do with it, what you decide today, that is the lever that will determine everything. Your next 5 years are a product of today's discipline. We think about 5 years as some distant horizon, but 5 years is not built in the future. It's built now in the present. Every habit, every action, every tiny decision is the brick you lay, and after 5 years, those bricks form the building you must live in. If you choose discipline today, the building you stand in 5 years from now will be strong, unshakable, capable of withstanding storms. But if you choose excuses, if you choose laziness, if you choose to stay comfortable, then 5 years from now you'll stand in a shack, fragile and falling apart, wishing you had taken the time to build something greater. Discipline is not glamorous. Discipline is not comfortable. But discipline is the blueprint for the life you say you want. And your choice to embrace or reject discipline today is exactly what will echo into your next 5 years. The comfort zone is a cage. The reason most people never experience transformation over 5 years is simple. They choose comfort over courage. They stay in the same job they hate because it's secure. They stay around people who drain them because it's familiar. They refuse to try something new because the risk of failure feels too heavy. And they don't realize that every time they choose comfort, they choose a cage. A cage that keeps them from growth, from opportunity, from becoming the person they could be. Comfort is the enemy of progress, and the choice you face today is whether you'll keep building walls around yourself with comfort or break those walls with courage. 5 years from now, the cost of comfort will be regret, but the reward of courage will be freedom. The choice to rise or to rot. Let's be brutally honest. 5 years is enough time to completely reinvent your life or to completely destroy it. In 5 years, you could be financially free, in the best shape of your life, with powerful relationships and meaningful work. Or in 5 years, you could be broke, bitter, unhealthy, and isolated. And the only difference between those two outcomes is the choices you start making right now. The choice to rise or to rot. To wake up earlier, to stop wasting time, to invest in yourself, to chase the dream instead of just talking about it. Or the choice to complain, to procrastinate, to keep numbing yourself with distractions. You have the power to choose. The question is, do you have the courage to rise? The multiplier effect of consistency. Here's what most people underestimate: the profound power of small, consistent actions when applied over a span of 5 years. Imagine the cumulative effect if you committed to reading just 10 pages a day. That seemingly modest effort translates into consuming over 18 books annually, culminating in an impressive 90 books within 5 years. Similarly, the discipline of saving a mere $10 a day can quietly accumulate into a significant sum of $18,000 over half a decade. And for physical well-being, working out just 4 days a week will lead to over 1,000 workouts completed in 5 years. These tiny, consistent actions, when diligently pursued, compound into truly life-changing results, fostering growth and progress in various aspects of your existence. However, the inverse is equally true and often overlooked. The same principle of compounding applies in the opposite direction, leading to a detrimental accumulation of negative outcomes. If you consistently skip workouts, waste money on frivolous expenditures, or habitually scroll endlessly through digital content, you are, in essence, compounding failure into deep regret 5 years from now. The path you choose today, whether it's one of consistent effort or consistent neglect, will inevitably shape your future reality. Consistency, therefore, is the ultimate multiplier. It amplifies whatever you pour into it, positive or negative. And choosing consistency, in all its quiet but powerful simplicity, is the single most crucial decision that will undeniably determine the trajectory of your next 5 years. Your circle will shape your future. Do not underestimate the power of the people around you. 5 years from now, your life will be a reflection of your circle. If you surround yourself with winners, with disciplined, focused, driven people, you will be pulled upward whether you like it or not. But if you surround yourself with complainers, with quitters, with those who numb themselves with excuses, then you will sink with them. Choosing your circle is not casual, it is critical. It is one of the most important choices you will make. The wrong circle will waste your 5 years. The right circle will accelerate you into a life you never thought possible. Who you allow to influence you today is a decision that writes your tomorrow. The choice to commit. Most people fail not because they don't know what to do, but because they never commit. They start, then stop. They try, then quit. They want, but they don't commit. And 5 years slip through their fingers because they never planted their flag in the ground and declared, "This is who I am now. This is what I will build." Commitment is the choice that separates dreamers from doers, the dabblers from the disciplined. You can dabble for 5 years and remain the same, or you can commit for 5 years and become unrecognizable. Commitment is not about motivation, it's about decision. And once you make it, the next 5 years become the story of your transformation. The pain of discipline vs. the pain of regret. In life, you only get to choose one pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline stings in the moment. It asks you to sacrifice comfort, to get up earlier, to stay later, to grind when you'd rather relax. It demands sweat, focus, and persistence when your body and mind beg you to take it easy. But regret is 1,000 times heavier. Regret whispers at night when you can't sleep. Regret is the weight of missed chances, the echo of what if that never leaves. Regret is looking back at 5 years wasted and knowing you had every chance to choose differently, but you didn't. Discipline will hurt in the moment, but regret will bleed you forever. And right now, the decision is in your hands. Endure the short-term pain of discipline or carry the long-term pain of regret. The vision that pulls you forward. If you do know where you're going, 5 years will pass and you'll wonder how you ended up lost. Vision is the compass. Vision is the fire that pulls you forward when nothing else makes sense. Most people drift through life without vision, just reacting to circumstances, moving wherever life pushes them. But when you choose a vision, you choose direction, and direction is power. Imagine a vision so strong it drags you out of bed when you're tired. It keeps you grinding when others give up. It makes sacrifice feel small compared to the destiny waiting on the other side. That's the choice you must make, to build a vision worth suffering for. 5 years from now, the size of your life will be the size of your vision. Becoming the person worthy of the life you want. Everybody says they want success, but not everybody becomes the kind of person who deserves it. If you want the next 5 years to change, you cannot stay the same. You cannot expect millionaire results with minimum wage habits. You cannot expect a body of strength while living with the habits of weakness. You cannot expect deep relationships while living selfishly. The life you want demands a version of you that you have not yet built. And the choice before you is clear. Will you cling to your current identity, or will you go through the fire of growth to become the person worthy of the life you say you want? 5 years from now, the gap between who you are and who you could be will either haunt you or make you proud. Your future self is watching. Here's a truth most people ignore. Your future self is watching you right now. The person you will become in 5 years is begging you to make the right choices today. They are counting on you to be disciplined, to be brave, to be consistent. They are relying on you to not give up, to not settle, to not waste the precious time you've been given. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, walking back through time to this very moment, looking yourself in the eyes and saying, "Please don't quit. Please choose the harder road now so I can live free later." That future self is either going to thank you or curse you, and the decision rests entirely on what you do today. The choice to sacrifice now or suffer later. There is no progress without sacrifice. Too many people want the reward without the work, the success without the sacrifice, the growth without the grind. But the truth is, if you don't sacrifice for your dream, you will sacrifice your dream. The time you spend wasting on distractions is time you are stealing from your future. The money you spend carelessly is the investment you robbed from your growth. The energy you waste on negativity is the energy you could have used to build something extraordinary. You either sacrifice now or you suffer later. And in 5 years, the difference between your life and someone else's will come down to what you were willing to give up when it mattered most. The habits that shape your destiny. Your future isn't a distant land you reach through a grand, singular leap. It's a tapestry woven thread by thread, day by day, through the consistent actions you take. Your goals, while essential for direction, are merely blueprints. It's your habits that are the hands-on builders, meticulously constructing the edifice of your tomorrow. If your habits are like crumbling foundations, then your future will inevitably be fragile and uncertain. But if your habits are strong, robust pillars, then your future will stand tall and be virtually unstoppable. Think of it this way: every single thing you do throughout your day is a silent yet powerful vote for the person you are becoming. Every mindful bite of a healthy meal, every disciplined dollar you choose to save instead of spend frivolously, every precious hour you allow to slip away wasted on distractions, every insightful page you read, every challenging repetition you push through in the gym, every conscious choice you make. Each of these seemingly small actions are tiny, cumulative votes that inexorably shape your destiny. And here's the profound, undeniable truth. The habits you cultivate and practice today will blossom into your concrete reality 5 years from now. The landscape of your life in the next half-decade will be a direct reflection of the seeds you are planting right now. So the choice before you is remarkably simple, yet profoundly impactful. Do you wish to cultivate habits that over time will erode your well-being and destroy your potential? Or do you choose to embrace habits that will diligently build you up, fortify your spirit, and propel you towards the magnificent future you envision? The power lies in your daily choices. The enemies within: fear, doubt, and excuses. The most significant challenges you will face over the next 5 years will not come from external forces or other individuals. They will emerge from within yourself. Fear will insidiously suggest that you lack the necessary abilities or worth. Doubt will assert that your aspirations are too hazardous or improbable. Excuses will artfully persuade you to postpone action, to begin tomorrow, next week, or even next year. And if you succumb to these internal voices, a full 5 years will inexplicably disappear, leaving you precisely where you started. Fear, doubt, and excuses are insidious saboteurs of destiny. They masquerade as protective instincts, but in truth, they are restrictive chains that bind you. The crucial decision you must confront is whether you will passively submit to their dictates or courageously shatter their hold. 5 years from this moment, fear will either be the definitive cause of your stagnation and failure, or it will serve as the potent catalyst that propelled you forward, driving you towards your ambitions. The choice to bet on yourself. Too many people spend their lives betting on everything but themselves. They gamble on fleeting luck, hoping a fortunate turn of events will solve their problems. They place their trust in others to rescue them from difficult situations, waiting for a savior who may never arrive. They passively expect circumstances to magically transform, rather than actively working to change them. However, the only bet that guarantees a return is the one you place on yourself. Betting on yourself means an unwavering commitment to investing in your personal and professional growth. It means cultivating a deep-seated belief in your own inherent abilities and potential. It means diligently putting in the necessary work, even when your efforts go unnoticed or unappreciated by others. It means refusing to wait for external validation or permission, and instead, proactively creating your own opportunities. 5 years from now, the people who emerge victorious, who achieve their goals and live fulfilling lives, will be the ones who made the courageous choice to bet on themselves. They will be the individuals who embraced the discomfort, faced their fears, and pushed through moments when success felt utterly impossible. Will you be among them, or will you look back with regret, having bet on everything but the one sure thing: yourself? The choice is yours, and it will determine the trajectory of your next 5 years. The clock is ticking. Let me leave you with a sobering truth. 5 years is not as long as you think. Blink and it will be gone. Blink and you'll wake up wondering where the time went, what opportunities slipped through your grasp, and what dreams were left unpursued. The clock is ticking right now, a relentless drumbeat in the background of your life, and it doesn't stop for your hesitation, your excuses, or your procrastination. Every second that passes is either meticulously wasted or strategically invested. Every day is either consciously used to build something meaningful or irretrievably lost to inaction. The single choice you make today, this very moment, will reverberate and echo through the next 1,825 days, shaping your reality. And when those days are finally gone, fading into memory, you will either stand tall and proud, having seized control of your destiny, or bow your head in the heavy weight of regret, mourning what could have been. The clock is ticking, and time is the one unwavering opponent you cannot defeat. You can only choose to respect it, to harness its power, and to make every moment count. So the critical question that demands an answer, that hangs heavy in the air, is this: what will you truly do with the precious gift of time that is yours? The resistance before the breakthrough. Every significant journey, every pursuit of a worthwhile goal, inevitably leads to a metaphorical wall. This wall isn't an obstacle designed to stop you, but rather a crucible that reveals your true resolve. It's the point where the majority of people choose to retreat, succumbing to the temptation of ease rather than enduring the necessary resistance before a breakthrough. This period is often characterized by a season of gnawing doubt, a relentless stretch of pain, and months where visible results are elusive, yet the inner compulsion to grind forward remains. And here's the unvarnished truth. 5 years from now, the individuals who have genuinely transformed their lives into something remarkable will not be those who coasted through effortless experiences. Instead, they will be the tenacious souls who steadfastly refused to surrender when the formidable wall of resistance manifested itself. The singular choice you make in that moment of hitting resistance, the decision to either yield or to press on, is the choice that will unequivocally define your entire trajectory. Will you relinquish your efforts, thereby squandering the potential of the years that lie ahead? Or will you summon the courage and resilience to push through, ultimately discovering the profound, more capable version of yourself that can only emerge on the other side of that defining wall? The next 5 years demand faith. Faith isn't confined to religious dogma. It's a profound conviction in a future that currently exists only in your imagination. It's the unwavering belief that your persistent efforts will yield rewards, that your sacrifices will ultimately be justified, and that your diligent work is building something far greater than what is immediately apparent. Without this fundamental faith, the inclination to surrender emerges too soon, to concede defeat when faced with life's inevitable trials. However, armed with faith, you gain the resilience to weather the most turbulent storms, to persevere through discouraging setbacks, and to steadfastly maintain your course until the breakthrough you've been striving for finally materializes. Choosing faith means fostering an unshakable belief in your own capabilities, even when the world around you expresses doubt. It signifies a courageous willingness to invest in a future 5 years down the line, a vision that only you possess the clarity to see. And this singular choice, to navigate life by the compass of faith rather than the shackles of fear, will fundamentally shape and determine every aspect of your unfolding journey. It is the catalyst for enduring success, the anchor in times of uncertainty, and the driving force behind the realization of your deepest aspirations. The battle against complacency. Complacency is the silent killer of progress. It whispers, "You've done enough. You can slow down now." It convinces you to take your foot off the gas, to settle for good when great was still on the table. 5 years from now, complacency will be the reason some people are stuck in the same place, telling the same old stories of who they used to be instead of who they became. The choice you must make is whether you will let complacency rob you of momentum, or whether you will burn it out of your life by constantly demanding more of yourself. The ones who win are not the ones who work hard once, they are the ones who never stop. The choice to reinvent yourself. The most dangerous lie you can tell yourself is, "This is just who I am." No, who you are is a choice, not a sentence. The next 5 years will either be a repeat of the last 5 or a complete reinvention. You can reinvent your career, your health, your mindset, your habits, your relationships, everything. Reinvention is the privilege of the brave, but it comes at a cost. You must kill the old version of yourself that clings to comfort, excuses, and identity built on mediocrity. The choice to reinvent yourself is the choice to live multiple lives in one lifetime. And 5 years from now, you can either be the same person repeating old patterns or someone unrecognizable, reborn through your choices. The long game mindset. Many individuals inadvertently jeopardize their future by prioritizing immediate gratification over enduring success. They are drawn to the allure of quick wins, rapid achievements, and instant rewards. However, the reality is that any endeavor of true value demands a significant investment of time. Whether it's accumulating wealth, cultivating good health, or attaining mastery in a skill, these pursuits invariably require years of dedicated effort. If one lacks the foresight and commitment to engage in the long game, they are unlikely to overcome even the initial hurdles. The critical decision before you is clear. Will you continue to sacrifice the potential for lasting greatness for the fleeting comfort of the present, or will you commit to building with unwavering patience and persistent effort, understanding that 5 years of focused dedication can establish a solid foundation for the remainder of your life? The long game is the true arena where authentic success is forged, and the conscious decision to embrace this path distinguishes those who merely pretend to achieve from those who truly become legends. The power of relentless execution. Ideas in isolation are ethereal and fleeting. They shimmer with potential but hold no intrinsic power to shape reality. The true architects of our future are not those who merely conceive brilliant thoughts, but those who relentlessly translate them into action. This isn't about grand gestures or heroic feats performed for an audience. It's about the quiet, consistent discipline that unfolds when no one is watching. Relentless execution is the unwavering commitment to show up, even when the spark of inspiration seems to have dimmed and the initial excitement has waned. It's forcing yourself to put in the work, whether your body aches, your mind is clouded with doubt, or your spirit yearns for rest. It's the steadfast determination to push forward when the world offers no applause, when skepticism hangs heavy in the air, and when even your closest confidants question your resolve. It's the courageous act of continuing the arduous journey when the vast majority, weary and discouraged, choose to abandon their pursuits halfway. The choice to own your life. No more blaming, no more excuses, no more pointing fingers at circumstances, parents, politics, or luck. Ownership is the ultimate choice. It means looking at your life and saying, if it is to be, it's up to me. The next 5 years will belong to those who take full responsibility for where they are and where they're going. Ownership is power, because once you accept full responsibility, you also claim full control. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the world to be fair. Choose ownership, and you choose freedom. Embrace ownership as the ultimate choice. It's about recognizing that you are the architect of your own destiny, capable of shaping your future through deliberate action and unwavering accountability. The legacy you are building. 5 years may not sound like much, but in 5 years you will be remembered for something. You are building a legacy whether you realize it or not. The question is, will it be a legacy of discipline, courage, and growth, or a legacy of wasted time, excuses, and regret? Legacy is not just about how the world sees you, it's about how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. Will you be proud of the person staring back at you, or ashamed of what you settled for? The legacy you are building right now, through your choices, will echo not just in 5 years, but for the rest of your life. The one choice that changes everything. And so it all comes down to this. The one choice that will determine your next 5 years is whether you will take control of your life or surrender it. That's it. Every other decision flows from that one. Will you choose growth over comfort? Will you choose discipline over regret? Will you choose courage over fear? Will you choose faith over doubt? Will you choose ownership over excuses? Because if you make that one choice to take full control, to commit, to rise, then the next 5 years will not be wasted. They will be the 5 years that change everything. But if you refuse, if you stay the same, if you keep waiting, then 5 years from now, you'll wake up to a reality you cannot escape. The choice is yours, and the time is now.